Hi guys, so this is step 4 and we're going to be working on end move. So what does end move do? It prints the board after a swipe, pauses for 0.2 seconds, and then places a new random piece and prints the new state of the board. So that kind of tells us exactly what it's going to do. So it's going to print the board after a swipe, so you've already swiped, pause it for 2 seconds, 0.2 seconds, and then places a new random piece, and then prints the new state of the board. So if you're thinking right now, you should probably be thinking, oh, what kind of abstractions have I used before that might be useful here? So you can think about what utilities or what other helper functions you've made that might be helpful. And the reason why this is also important is because, once again, abstraction helps you. As you can see, we've reused a lot of these functions already. Like for example, print the board, you're probably thinking, no, there's one called print board. So that might be useful to look into utilities and see if there's anything that would do that for you. And we've already used that multiple times beforehand. So abstracting that away is really helpful. And so now we're just going to, you want to just follow the comments here. Print the board, pause for 0.2 seconds, place a random piece, print the board again. And that's basically what you want to do for step 4. There's not too much, it's not trying to trick you or anything. It's a pretty straightforward process. Just make sure you satisfy each one of these conditions and make sure you test afterwards. And also you might want to note here, it says every time you print the board you must clear the screen right before you print using a provided utility function, or your game will not look very good. So utilities, just to let you guys know, there is a clear function at the very top. So clear, that's the one you want to be looking at. And that's pretty much all you have to do for this one. The next one is the final step, step 5, and by the end of step 5, you'll have a working piece of 2048. And as you may have noticed up until now, you haven't had to implement like a lot of things, right? It feels like you're just breaking down the problem and you have all these helper functions, and we provided some sort of like API that you can draw from, and then you just use that to build your software, and it makes it a lot easier and a lot more straightforward. And you don't have to end up dealing with a lot of like really tricky logic, and instead it seems like you're kind of just building the game from like the moves that you're doing and assuming the moves just work for you. So that's a really important part to approaching computer science problems. And one day you might be the ones writing those utility functions and those other functions that will help other people build projects. So yep, congratulations to you guys for making it up this far, and there's just one more step left.